Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And as you can see, we've already started here. And this is Luis Suarez.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And this is Roberto Carlos. Tries to play it through. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Searching pass he's played there. And the through ball. Vieira with the clearance. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Bellingham. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, well played, well played.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And it's hoisted clear. Milan are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's clever. Oh, this is a great position. And he's gone direct here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Roberto Carlos.
I don't think I've seen a player as complete as the Czech cannon.
Ah, Nedved.
Yeah, the cannon gives us a little indication of the power he can produce from either.
Chance! Corner number 2 then. He's got tall. That's a half-decent try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Oh, what a mistake! He's found the way through. And the finish! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Cruyff.
There they go, hunting again.
Thuram makes the interception.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Messi. Shot, great chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, good-looking ball. Gullit is onto it in a flash. Now it's Cruyff. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well, they've got it again. Roberto Carlos. Oh, this is a very good run. Bellingham can see things others simply cannot. And this is Gullit. Oh, shooting chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Gullit goes short. Cross flung in towards the middle. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Brazil really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Big chance! Can he finish? It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Nedved. Roberto Carlos. Gullit receives it in a good position here. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Gullit. Oh, well measured. Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking to play him in. And it's Roberto Carlos.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
There's the whistle for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Brazil certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Brazil are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far.
Sostituzione per il Milan, numero 23, Roberto Carlos.
And the action is back on the way.
Sostituito con il numero 4.
That is good alertness. Vieira. Passes short and sharp. And the shot! Has a look up and drives it forward. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Brazil do have a chance to counter here. And he was quick to react. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Distributed tidily. Played into space out wide. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Bellingham. And it's Gullit. No, he is not giving anything away. Looking for options for movement. Thuram. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Gullit. Well, that looks a decent ball. Saliba going vertical. So what can they make of this? And he's picked out the run. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And there's green grass ahead of him. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And he's straight offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 22.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Numero 8. Lasciano il campo per
Nedved gets a foot in here.
il numero 24.
Bellingham.
Rooney. Attenzione, un
Rooney.
cambio.
And here's Bale. And he's managed to get free. Shoots! In he goes again. Brazil still have the cards to affect this game.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ferdinand might just make this. That has been cut short.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Real chance here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Gets a good foot in there. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 18.
So there's going to be another change here.
Numero 15. Messi. Lasciano il campo per il numero 13. Iniesta. Il numero 26.
He looked rushed, he should have waited for some movement.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Bergomi promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Salah. Iniesta. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. That looks a good ball through. He's charged for a shot! That's a decent clearance. Eto'o finds himself offside. Defending was strong and firm. Threads one in. And he welcomes it in. That is a brilliant interception. Shapes to shoot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Bergomi wins the duel this time. Ball's gone out of play. Araujo. And he whips it in. That's not going far. And that's really well manoeuvred.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Tries to pass it through. And it's Iniesta. Can he finish? And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best. Milan have their second corner now. Araujo with the clearance. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And that will be the final act. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
So, Jim, what would you say are the main strengths of this formation?
It's Luis Suarez! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Suarez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Vieira. Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Great defending, strong and determined. And here's Zanetti. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here.
Oh, really well played.
Great ball, and he's in here. Bellingham! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
And the Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
That's an excellent interception. Saliba gets rid without sophistication. And it's Zanetti. Vieira. Now it's Bellingham. Showing good feet. Rooney is flagged offside. Bellingham, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Messi. Still goalless. He's on it, can he get away? Bellingham cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And a shot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Bergomi getting this one clear. He's found a way through. Zanetti. Chance for a shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Zanetti.
Brazil really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Gullit. He's a sharp little ball here. Suarez looks to get on the end of this. Gullit. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And here's Bellingham. Opts for safety. And this is Ibrahimovic. Gullit.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well, played right into his path. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Ibrahimovic. Gullit. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That is ended up in no man's land. And he's chosen to go back. Look at this. Takes a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Saliba has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Not the most accurate pass.
Well, yet another interception, and a show of anticipation to be commended. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Luis Suarez. He can get that clear. That's good running with the ball. Now it's Rooney. And that's been intercepted. Pull it. Now it's Cruyff. And here's Hullet. Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Well, that looks a decent ball. Big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's going to go a long way. Up towards the front line. Rooney. And now the breakaway. Hullet. Bellingham. And it's been played through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And it's Messi. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Hullet.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And this is Rooney, and it's made its way to him. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Nesta gets good distance on it. Rooney. Rooney will not want to lose out here. And Hullet! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Hullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
So,
24.
third corner of the game.
Rooney. Numero 8.
Ferdinand attempts a clearance.
Messi. Numero 18. Lasciano il campo per
And he's forced to go
il
back.
numero 5. Thiago. Il numero 26.
He won't be happy with that one.
Eto'o.
Brazil still have the cards to affect this game.
Attenzione, un
Oh,
cambio.
good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's Zanetti. Zanetti looking to penetrate opposition lines.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, easy pickings there. And this is Mohamed Salah. And the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Mohamed Salah has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 22.
So their fourth corner of the game.
Ibrahimovic. Numero 9.
He rises!
Zanetti.
And he's heaved it away. And he welcomes it in.
Il numero 4.
Brazil are looking to go forward now. Ferdinand pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Brazil are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Ronaldinho. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Rummenigge going about things with real menace. He's had a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Milan nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Well, that's cause for mild irritation.
And he can clear it away. Neto knocks it into space. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.